Greetings, my excellent friends. Are we ready for more Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories? I'm not. I never have been. But I shall endure. Smoozle, hello, it's good to hear from you. I haven't heard from you in a while. I just got back from dinner with Smoozle, who was visiting my city for, apparently very easy, breezy, not at all stressful work-related reasons. Yes. And, have you ever encountered someone in real life that you previously had an association with that was not in person, whether that's someone online or, I don't know, someone you are associated with due to work and you have to meet them, whatever? Is that how normal people do that? And then all of a sudden you realize that there is a height difference you weren't expecting. That was my first thought. It was entertaining because we both looked at each other and said, "You're taller than I expected." Me, because I was expecting a regularly sized person, but instead met a tall person. And Smoozle, because he met a regularly sized person, but was apparently expecting someone very, very short, like a Wolverine-sized person, perhaps. Or comic-accurate Wolverine. I don't know. Apparently it's the way I sit and the amount of my camera that is, up. Like, I could sit like this all the time, and then I'd probably look taller to you all. But because I don't have that level of posture discipline... Yeah, you're about 2 meters. You are a lightning rod with a face. I briefly accidentally hit my my DS screen Twitch thing, but here we go. Well, Postured Gav looks so much tall. I'm not. I'm sitting down. It adds a lot. Okay, yeah, if I were to sit up fully straight in this seat, I'd be here. But, now I'm not even touching the back of the chair. This is, fully straight, leaning forward. Leaning backward fully straight, I'd be like this, but then I'd be leaning back. It's not gonna work. So I sort of go half and half, and then... Yes, that is true. I have this neat party trick I've had since high school where I can just add to my height by standing straight. Apparently that's very bad and unhealthy. But shush. Demon Dragon, your eternal mental images of me as a young child. I mean, I was, 15 when I was making content in that era? But, time has passed. That's vaguely concerning. Considering the language that I use and the jokes that I make, that's even more concerning. Yeah, there's a photo in the interestingly enough, that photo is right outside my house because we forgot. Smoozle told me that Gingy and Craven had demanded that we get a photo together or else they'd be angry. And we were a minute from saying goodbye when it was remembered, so that almost didn't happen. Which is why it's a dark, gloomy background. Which is probably for the best. There's no identifying marks. Kingdom Hearts. Yes, we're lit up. The rest of the world isn't. So I believe we have one world left in the first set of worlds for the Sora playthrough of this game. Wonderland. Craven wants me to say something nice. I like you more than I like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Which admittedly is kind of like saying I like chocolate more than I like Hitler. But, yeah. Red Nocturnes. Okay, so we're gonna need to be careful with air. Well, fire is easier because fire's single target. Can't see the game. I mean, I'm on the right screen. What you're getting there is the lag of how long it takes for OBS to recognize the full screen window. That's just kind of how that go. 956, 949. This is our save. Level 27. The on-screen celebration button? What? What is that? I don't know that button. So, we've been traveling through Castle Oblivion, and as we've been doing so, Sora's memories have been getting a bit weird. He started to remember an entirely new friend, one who wasn't in Kingdom Hearts 1, a blonde girl, who he reckons hung out with him, Riku, and Kairi when they were kids, but moved away when they were very young. So there's plausible deniability in this as not being a retcon, or being a retcon rather, with the suggestion that, oh hey, maybe this girl was real but disappeared before Kingdom Hearts 1 properly started. However, it is also well known that we are in a memory-based castle that is causing people to forget some things and remember others. So it's rather sus. We would normally have our world select here, but we've run out of options, so it's Wonderland or bust. And I don't feel like busting. The good news is, this is probably the most suited world of all of the Kingdom Hearts worlds for the boxy style of graphics and structure that this game has. Hey, something's coming! I'm late! I'm late! I'm dreadfully awfully late! The Queen will roast me for dinner! If I'm late for the trial, it'll be off with my head next! What do you mean, off with your head? Oh, my fur and whiskers, I'll never make it! Is this rabbit ever on time? Off with his head? Donald Duck voice. For such a peaceful-looking place, it sounds pretty dangerous. When I telling you earlier that anyone... What I said was, Donald Duck voice does not require you to have a certain type of voice. It is incredibly difficult to do, but if someone knows how to do the technique, then they could be anybody. For example, Goofy, you would need to have a deeper voice than you would need to do Mickey. Convincingly, right? But you don't need to have a high or a low voice for Donald. You don't need to have a deeper voice or a soft voice or any kind of special kind of voice. You just need to be able to do the technique. That's what I was saying. Because Donald doesn't... super engage the parts of your voice that most simple voices. Yeah, whenever Donald speaks in this or any game and he has an unvoiced line of dialogue, I will say the words Donald Duck voice, and then I will just do something random. Because I don't have any other options. Anyway, I hate this game, if you didn't know already. This is the Kingdom Hearts deck-based game that started as a Game Boy Advance spin-off, which is why the deck-based system exists. It's to account for engine limitations, but then they moved it to PS2 and they didn't need the engine limitations anymore, but they kept the system, even though it sucks. That's why my 3 decks are named Fuck, Shit, and Balls.
Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Thankfully, the flowers in this game just give you shit when you violently abuse them. You don't have to, you have to pay them in this game.
Fire! 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 Freeze!
So, Gingy, are you looking forward to the upcoming
Freeze!
Streets of Rogue 2? I never actually played that game with you. I'm not sure if that's a bad thing. Stop doing that!
Freeze!
I was trying to find a good setup so I could get more than one at once. All I did was get myself slammed into a couple times. There we go.
Fire!
Since when is money a Zelda rupee? Okay, so it isn't. That's experience. There is no money in Chain of Memories. There is EXP and Moogle points.
Ha! Yeah!
Don't ask me what the Moogles are doing with the points. Exactly.
Ha!
It's got 20 Moogle points, or Moogle P. I almost have 2,000 Moogle P.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Yeah, look, for the playtest that's coming in August, I don't know when, but there'll be a free playtest. I'm gonna try and make some stream time for it.
Freeze!
We'll see when and how, and also how long it's gonna last that we'll be able to, because if it's like, you know, if it's a weekend or something, then I'll just clear the schedule for that weekend, but if we've got several weeks, then... not so much.
Freeze! Freeze!
But my hope would be to do a lot of co-op there because it's free, which means a whole bunch of people would be able to try it out. And then that way, they know if they want to buy it in October. So, depending on how the game is actually structured and what kind of completion stuff, I'll probably still want to play a lot of it on my own. Because, like, Streets of Rogue, the 1, I largely played on my own because I wanted to actually achieve things. But co-op is good for when you're less concerned about getting things done. I don't know. Did you guys ever win a run in co-op? Or was it always a matter of how long it took something to explode around you and But what actually happens when someone dies in co-op? Because the run doesn't end on one death. Is there a revive system, or is it like you can show back up at the end of the next stage? I never actually figured that out. You won all the time? Oh, okay. Or maybe if you can revive each other, that explains that. Pay? Oh, no. Who pays? The dead person? Because the thing about 2 is that it's gonna, I don't know what the structure is gonna be. I don't know if it's still gonna be a roguelike. Because from what I understand, the levels, the stages of the original have been replaced with a persistent, or not persistent, but like a randomly generated open world. With a bunch of biomes. So it's like, I imagine like Minecraft style, you just keep going in a direction and more game will be generated for you to play. And so there'll be the urban areas, but there'll also be like less urban areas. And there will still be a goal to, I think they said it's overthrowing the leader of a dictatorial country. So similar to the mayor thing from the original game, but evidently instead of progressing through stages, it must just randomly generate a world and place that goal somewhere in there with a whole lot of sidetrack stuff along the way. Fascinated to see how that's all going to work. But yeah, I wonder if it's still going to be, each run is you being thrown into an open world until you die in there, or if it's going to be more persistent. I'd assume it's still going to have dozens of character classes, so you would want to start again a lot. Judging by what I heard about how Gingy played, rocket launchers were most of her stuff.
Fire! 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 Freeze!
An enemy card? No, more.
Yeah! Aha!
Did we meet another new Heartless? I didn't register that in my head. We met the Crescendo, of course. Yes, this is a little noisemaker. Its main feature is that it uses the horn to summon reinforcements. Again, I wonder if all of these genuinely did first appear in GBA Chain, or if they were, because I guess what would have happened is that they were being designed for 2 and then they might have put them in Chain, because yeah, they're definitely they're grabbing their character models from 2 and debuting them a little early in here.
Fire! Fire! Freeze!
Ansem was feeling trollish when he made the air horn Heartless. God, was he ever. What kind of place have we got here? Okay, so there's a number of rooms. We're getting to the part of the game with more rooms. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One of those will be the Conqueror's Respite, but like before with Monstro, I'm probably just going to do as many rooms as I can before I do story. First, let's grab the bounty chest of the we got 5 1 bounties, so I'll try to get the bounties done in 1 rooms.
Yeah, yeah, ha!
Moogle points. Should we get to Moogle shop or should we?
Yeah.
I don't know that we need more cards for the deck right now, so we might want to spend our Moogle points later in the game.
Yeah, ha! Yeah.
We're pretty solid on Fire and Blizzard. It's like, what are we going for? I think the next recommended deck had a lot of lethal frame in it, which is Stop Magic, which we don't have yet. So I might want to wait for when I can get stop magic out of a Moogle shop. So right now we're missing Thunder, Arrow, and Stop. Oh! Well...
Huh. Yeah! Ha!
Well...
Ha! Huh. Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Ha!
Maybe we'll do a Moogle shop then. I don't believe we have the Lethal Frame slate, but I think it is one that you earn from leveling, and I think it is going to be the next leveling slate. Also got the Dumbo one, so we just picked up our first Dumbo. I might save and then set up the Moogle shop in case I don't like what we get. You have been up and about since 8 AM. Also, I think you've spent enough time with me today. I don't require any more of your attention, sir. Lethal Frame is level 32. Well, we're 4 levels away from that, and if we fight in all of the rooms, we'll probably get it. It sounds so weird, yeah. Like we just met.
Yeah!
Technically we did, but yeah.
Ha! Yeah! Ha!
I've never been one to, like, subscribe a lot to the whole, the idea of we've never actually met in referring to people that you haven't... I don't know, like...
Yeah! Ha!
I don't like any suggestion that it's less than to only know someone through virtual means. But it is nice to catch up in person. What have you got for me, Moog? Wow, that is... ass! I guess I'll take the 4 Lady Luck and the 3 Wishing Star, but, starting us out with 2 of the... 2 of what I would describe this as the worst card in the game, yeah? It's the basic Keyblade, and it's the lowest possible value. Like, I cannot think of something less useful than a than a 1 Kingdom Key. Let's get some magic. Not ideal. Mostly Dumbo. Not seeing any stops. I'm really not seeing any stops. That was thoroughly stopless. Well, we just got it. It was in the chest. I should probably give my extra enemy cards, right? Because, like... I guess... you might use 2 of them, but I don't know. I largely just give away my ones. Depending on how many of a thing I have. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dee-da-da-da-doo. We'll get one mixed pack, why not? That's weird. Why did that one pick up late? Whatever. Indeed, we got a 1 potion. We got a 6 ether. I'll take that. Let's leave that. I was mostly interested in seeing if I could get stops, but I guess we could get an attack pack or 2 because they're cheap. Too many ones, too many ones, too many ones, too many ones. The packs get more expensive, do they? Because I have not seen a point change. You know, like it's always been 100, 200, 150, 150. Are you sure they get expensive? Well, either way, if we're ever desperate for cards, we can always go grind Aladdin for Moogle points. La 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 dee da do. La 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 dee da la da 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 da. Da 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 dee da dee da dee da la da dee da dee da dee da do.
Freeze! 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 Fire! Fire! Freeze!
You think the general idea of tiers of knowing someone still kind of applies in some ways?
Fire!
I just don't feel like you have the right to say that for anybody except yourself.
Fire! Fire! Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
What? Oh. Fine. You know what? I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
No, I said.
Fire!
Stop it! I just went in the menu to, like, cure myself, and I can't.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Heal!
There we go!
Freeze!
La 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 la.
Huh. Fire! 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 Freeze!
Da, da, da.
Freeze!
There we go.
Ha! Fire!
Interceptor achievement.
Fire! Fire!
Striking an enemy before fighting them. Sorry, how many times? 150.
Ha!
I have fought 150
Ha!
preemptive strike battles.
Ha!
That is a lot of battles.
Da! Ha! Da! Ra! Ha!
Okay. Let's go that way first, because it's more out of the way. What do we have for 2? Alchemic Waking. Ugh. Roulette bonuses are for map cards. We don't really need those, but it's a large room. Let's do a large room. Lots of things to murder in it. Lots of things to hit and get points out of. Oi, oi, oi.
Fire!
Thunder into existence under my feet.
Freeze! Freeze!
Come on, fuck.
Freeze!
Come on. There we go. Oh, hey! The Red Nocturne card increases the strength of fire-based abilities. You know, I've heard good things about that one. It's not going to be helpful to this mob group, but I've heard good things anyway.
Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Oh, now it might. Here. We won't notice, because everything gets one shot
Fire!
anyway.
Fire! Fire!
What is that big one? Oh, that's just Tranquil, is it? And we at the limit again. Didn't we have most of the map cards gotten at least once now? La 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 dee da da. Yeah, not too many left. La la dee da. Oh, that's a drop off. Okay, that makes sense.
Ha! Ha! Fire! 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 Fire!
Got it.
Freeze!
Mother
Freeze!
fucker!
Freeze!
You fuck bitch. Okay.
Freeze!
Better.
Freeze!
Kingdom Hearts 1, yeah. Kingdom Hearts 1's strengths are very
Fire!
pronounced.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Not a lot of that got ported through to this mess,
Freeze!
though.
Freeze!
But sure, we get to enjoy the assets.
Freeze! Heal! Yeah! Fire!
La 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 la
Yeah,
la
yeah,
la.
aha.
Nearly leveled up. Oh.
Ha! Yeah! Fire! Freeze! 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 Yeah! Aha!
I like to keep him guessing.
Ha! Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Da da da.
Ha! Huh.
Da 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 da.
Ha! Huh. Huh. Rah! Ha! Yeah! Huh. Aha!
La 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 dee
Yeah.
da
Ha.
la da dum. La da da dee da. There you fucking are.
Fire! Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Got 'em all. Bum bum bum.
Ha!
Not sure what's supposed to be in those things because nothing came out.
Ha! Yeah.
There you are.
Fire! Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Phew.
Yeah. Rah!
How many more?
Ha!
Oh,
Ha!
2.
Yeah!
I think 2.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
I do like the plants. They are very easy to hit with Blizzard. That is a huge plus in them.
Ha! 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 Yeah!
Oh, damn it. Sailor, why?
Fire! 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 Freeze!
Well, it's not as bad as that, like, that, famous Resident Evil music track, the one that's described as clowns farting in the basement.
Ha! Aha! Ha!
It is apparently just a sound font issue.
Ha! Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Rah! Ha!
So this one is the Room of Rewards. We're not getting in there. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Not that way, you fool!
Fire! Freeze! Huh. Freeze! Huh.
For fuck's sake!
Freeze! Ha! Ha! Freeze!
There we go. A mere moment's reprieve.
Ha! Yeah! Ha! Fire!
Oh, hey, I don't have to worry
Fire!
about fire
Fire!
immunity in this mob group.
Fire!
I can just stand here
Freeze!
and start blasting. Ain't that nice?
Ta! Ra! Huh. Ta! Ha! Huh. Fire!
This set,
Fire!
though.
Freeze! Freeze!
No, that was alright.
Huh.
No positional
Yeah!
shenanigans.
Huh.
La 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 la.
Yeah! Aha! Ha!
Two more.
Fire! Fire!
Literally in that. Oh, no, there's
Fire!
more.
Fire! Freeze!
Oh,
Freeze!
delightful.
Freeze!
La la la. La la la.
Yeah! Ta! Huh. Ha!
I was wrong. It is three more.
Freeze!
Get them all. Get them all. Get them all. Fuck.
Freeze!
Good enough. A premium boost. Do I want one of those? No. It hit one of the blizzards. Let's take a look at that. It hit the first blizzard. That means we're good. That's where you want it.
Ha! 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 Fire! Fire! Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
There we go.
Aha!
I am the professional
Yeah.
nocturne freezer. Wee.
Yeah!
La 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 la. This can be our teeming darkness for Wonderland. I like to do one of these per world. That's as far as we're going this way. Then we just need to go up there. Da, 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 da.
Fire! 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 Freeze!
Got him! Perfect. A random joker.
Ha! Ha!
Does that just like pick a random value to give when you use it as a world card? Map card?
Yeah!
What I also notice about the Teeming Darkness is that they seem to just spawn in and like be there for you to see them walking around instead of having to show up right on you.
Fire! Fire!
You commented on this back in Persona 4, you'll say it again. We play games like this very differently. But it's funny that you're looking at Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for that. And not Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2. Which are more traditional. Because there's not a lot that I'm doing here. Though I guess I am making a point of methodically going through every room, yes.
Fire!
Well, the thing is...
Fire!
It's much nicer...
Fire!
To do all of the things that I can't really be bothered doing first.
Freeze!
And so in this game...
Freeze!
That's going through the rooms.
Fire!
You rush to the boss until you get stuck, and then you grind what you feel is needed. Yeah, see, the thing is, when I get stuck, I rage quit. I am very, very averse to arriving to a piece of content unready, because I find it difficult to leave what I've begun. That's not great. That flower confused me. And I'm still confused in the fight. Piss off.
Fire! Fire! Freeze! Freeze! Huh.
Yeah, I was reading, well, I was talking to someone on Twitter who was, I don't know where this person finds the time, but they're constantly talking about every single indie game under the sun, and I don't remember the name of this game, but the way you say it's like a puzzle challenge, they were talking about this game that functions like an RPG, but each, like, stage has a set number of encounters and available enemies, right?
Fire!
And so the puzzle...
Fire!
It was more of a puzzle using those systems, because the idea was that you needed to figure out the efficient order of operations.
Fire!
To finish the stage as quickly as you could. Like, what do you need to fight in order to gain the EXP and items necessary to get through this? What is the least amount that you can get away with fighting?
Freeze!
While still succeeding.
Heal! There!
I believe the idea was that all of the resources were controlled in such a way that there was a best option. It wasn't, randomized. Yeah, I don't fucking know what the name of the thing was, Snip. That's the problem. You can maybe go through my responses in the last month and you'll find it. I think it was Dominic Tarrison I was responding to. Apparently whatever it is also free. The Trickmaster boss is fire elemented. Right, so we'll make a deck for that is Blizzard exclusive. Or did we already? I forget. There was a boss we fought that had an elemental affinity, but it was Hades, wasn't it? He was also fire. So we already have that deck. Yeah, good. I mean, we have it from like 300 CP ago, so we can expand it. Oh, we have...
Fire!
Contention.
Fire!
I might follow what Ark says, because Ark played recently. And I don't actually know, Guan, if you've been,
Freeze! Freeze!
playing this lately, but Ark was, so, he's more likely to be right.
Goofy!
Goofy, fuck him up. That's it, Goofy. Get yourself dizzy. Oh, well... 20% effectiveness sounds bad. I don't know, Ark. I think Blizzard Deck is probably still a better choice. But in that case, you're both right. Speaking of fire, I accidentally used this.
Fire!
There probably is a button to, like, undo a loaded-up card, but I don't know what it is, so...
Freeze!
You get rid of it the direct way. God! Wanking, damn it! Will you
Freeze!
just... Ah!
Yeah!
La 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 la, please hit.
Freeze!
La 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 la, thank you. La 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 la, please hit. La 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 la. La 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 la, wait,
Heal.
what the fuck? That's not Blizzard. La 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 la, what the? La 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 la.
Freeze!
Thank you. That's true, Blizzard and the hitbox. Look, I'll go in there with a Blizzard deck, and if I come out of it feeling like I need to change it up, I will.
Fire! Fire! Freeze! Freeze!
Maybe this will help narrow it down, Snip.
Freeze!
Specifically, what they'd done this game, they'd made their main game free, and their DLCs pay to buy, but they also reckoned that you shouldn't be getting the DLCs until you've played the main thing for 100 or so hours. So you shouldn't be complaining about the fact that their DLCs will never go on sale. That was the, it was something tactics, I don't know. Looked very, low-budget indie pixely.
Fire! Fire!
Fire!
Fire!
Fire!
So many. Fire!
Fire!
Freeze!
Cold.
Freeze!
Cold.
Freeze!
Cold. What, Olivier Lenheim? Are we trails posting, Sailor?
Fire!
Hello, Kiko,
Fire!
by the way. I'm killing things.
Fire!
Ark is right. That's...
Freeze!
Well done.
Freeze!
I'm used to Gormbush being right in contests, but
Freeze!
I will give you your dues. Blasting things with flames of friendship? Oh no, they're getting murdered. This is Chain of Memories. I don't know if you've played it. It is the one bad Kingdom Hearts game. You may have rated me playing this before, and I probably said the same thing. I don't like this. I'm having no fun, but we're doing it because it is an important part of the story, and also... I make poor choices. Hope you had a good stream. I will hear you. Well, I can't hear you, but I will read you.
Fire! Fire!
I will read you silent and clear.
Fire!
You could instead watch the
Fire!
cutscenes on the internet. But you see, that's what everybody else here is doing.
Freeze! Freeze!
Except, you know, with all of the fights in the middle. And the occasional squeals of pain.
Yeah.
You were looking at the KHREC numbers instead of the KHRECOM numbers. So very clearly different games.
Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Yeah, Sailor, I believe you said you actually enjoyed this.
There.
Which, you know, I'm glad that there are people out there who enjoy this because it means that this has done
Freeze!
positive things in the world instead of just negative things. It's important to hold on to that. Yeah, no, I have only played the Sky Trails. I do have the Crossbells.
Fire!
I have those, both of those ready to go on Steam when the time comes. But they are it is a commitment to play a Trails game, especially to play...
Freeze!
Because my intention would be to play them in sets of 2.
Freeze!
So I gotta, like, book out a month or 2 of, personal gaming time to play those.
Ha! Yeah! Ha!
Tactical Nexus. That does sound familiar. I don't know if it's any good. It just sounded like an interesting concept. I just Goomba stomped that large body, and for some reason it didn't register as damage. I call BS on that.
Fire!
Like, sure, okay, for the other monsters maybe not, but I think if you land squarely on a large body's head, that should count as a stun. Look at those clown shoes. If that doesn't have the... Like, if anything, those should be more dangerous than Mario's feet.
Fire! Fire!
Nomura, I am writing a letter of complaint.
Fire! Fire!
Thank you for the follow, by the way.
Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Alright, we got 1, and we should heal.
Yeah! Freeze!
How was that
Freeze!
a miss? It was dead on! What? Fuck it, I'm whacking him. Never mind, I'm not whacking him. I'm whacking him again. Whack him.
Yeah! Yeah! Rah! Ha! Ha! Fire! 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 Fire!
Nothing that squeaks as a sound effect
Freeze!
can hurt anything. I mean, what about your ears?
Freeze! Freeze!
Am I or am I not hacking and whacking and smacking? I am chopping that meat.
Fire! Freeze! Freeze!
It's like there's just so many blind spots in that thing's arc on a flying enemy. If you're too close, you'll miss, but also if you're far enough away, you'll miss. Yeah, I think I put it on the wish list as like a bookmark system for later. Because I was like, I don't want to put this in my library until I'm gonna look at it. But I also am busy. Because if I put it in my library, then it'll get buried amongst a much bigger list than my wish list. Whereas if I'm browsing my wish list, I'll be like, oh, hey, there's that free thing I was going to try. I feel like that would be a cop-out step, but okay. I don't actually know that you can. I don't think you can get a gift that from a free... Like, I don't know that that works.
Ha!
But hey, if I convince you to try it, you can tell me if it's fun and engaging or... Actually, that's not a good example because you often bounce off of things that I don't mind. But still... You played through most of the franchise in 1 October. Well, see, the thing is, I played Trails 1 and 2 over a course of about, I want to say, most of 3 months. And the reason why is I was actually busier at the time than I should have been for playing a game like that. But I got through it. It's just, you know... I would rather lock in at a time when I had more space in my head. If you do find it fun and engaging, I shouldn't try it. I don't know. I'm not. You're not a gaming deviant. It is more that you are difficult to make happy. So, if you like something, that's a good sign. If you don't like something, it is not necessarily a bad sign. It's only if you absolutely fucking hate something that you have a problem. Anyway, if we've done that side... La 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 dee da 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 la la dee da dee. 2+. We got any 2s? We have Sorceress Waking, and that's a fun one because it makes all my cards stronger. Let's have a fun one. That's true. I don't know how you played Sailor, but at Gwambush's suggestion, followed a guide that told me whenever the story updated so that I could go to every NPC in the game and read what they had to say.
Freeze!
Which is good. I do recommend that because there's a lot of very well done stuff in there. If you're the sort of person for whom taking that task on won't kill your enthusiasm. If it will, then by all means, you're not missing stuff by playing it like a normal game. That would be how I would couch things to a Trails fan. Be like, hey, every NPC in this game has new dialogue every time the plot updates. It's great, but it is optional.
Fire!
You did not do that. You did all the optional quests. Yeah, that's the middle ground. I would recommend folks do all of the content, you know what I mean? Like, because the side quests...
Freeze!
...that they give you...
Freeze!
Yeah, okay, there's basically 3 ways to play Trails, right? The way I wouldn't recommend is like the rushed way where you just focus on what your requirement is and you don't be observant, you don't try to notice things.
Fire!
That to me would be a waste of your time in a vibrant, full world, living, breathing game like that.
Fire!
The meticulous way, grab a guide to make sure you don't miss anything. Talk to everybody.
Freeze!
Meticulously examine every scrap of the game world. That's my method. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone who wouldn't already naturally do it. And those people don't need me to tell them that, right?
Yeah!
But the normal way would, try to do every quest and talk to whoever you walk past. Or talk to the people you like.
Fire!
There's always a couple NPCs. Like, there's one kid in Zeiss who's, I call him OCD Kid. Because his dad owns one of the shops.
Freeze!
And he's always trying to order everything that's on display in the shop. And as the plot continues... his efforts to make the shop neat and tidy continue. Oh my god, don't fucking kill me. And,
freeze!
if I wasn't speaking to everybody, I would always make a point to speak to him. Damn it!
Fire! 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 Fire!
We'll see how I go when I do play the Crossbell games, because I've heard those games in particular have a
Freeze!
very large exploratory area for a lot of the game, with a lot
Freeze!
of NPCs. Denser than the others in terms of NPC hunting, is what I was going to. Oh, the very enthusiastic maid, Emma? Yeah. Yeah, like, speaking to everybody in Roland, because A, there aren't many, and B, it's your hometown. Whereas you get to somewhere like Grancel, and it's just too big, right? I will admit, the only time that I felt tired doing my NPC runs in Trails was in Grancel. Specifically in the second chapter, because they open the docks up, and it is the worst place to walk through.
Aha!
Whee. And then there's the ones that follow you.
Yeah!
Like, Edel and Sigaro, who travel
Fire!
to all of the cities at the same time you do in
Fire!
first chapter. And they're not even that
Fire!
exciting as NPCs, but
Fire!
they're always there,
Freeze!
therefore you notice them.
Freeze!
It's a young married couple who are doing basically a tour of the 5 major cities in the game, and the husband is very devout and religious, and the point of the tour for him is to go pray at all of the churches because he sucks. Whereas the wife just wants to go shopping everywhere, and she seems frivolous at first, but
Fire!
no, she actually has a very good and sensible reason to want to go
Fire!
shopping everywhere.
Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
It is quite a clever moment, at least for me, when you find out
Ha! Rah!
why.
Ha! Yeah! Rah!
So I guess those things hurt you, because that type of flower was the one that made me confused.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Yeah, they're traveling on her money. He's the freeloader.
Fire! Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Damn it.
Heal! Yeah!
Damn it.
Fire! Freeze! Freeze!
That'll get it. There we go.
Ha! Yeah! Huh.
Oh, I think my favorite NPC actually is the woman who is mad at her husband for constantly going fishing. And then partway through her story, she decides, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to start fishing. It's like the Simpsons episode with Marge at the bowling alley. She ends up taking up fishing, getting better at it than her husband, and then I think in the following game you have to like do some challenge where you have to face off against experienced members of the fishing guild, and she's one of them. It's great. I think I'm done in here. But yeah, that's all just from Sky. I'm a long way away from the remaining 7 or 8 games in the series. Although I've heard Daybreak is apparently hit the ground running very well. It's just that Cold Steel feels like it will take a very long time to play.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze!
La, la, la. Yeah, I hope that when they reach the end of whatever grand story they're telling, while they may move on to like a new setting, new world, new universe, I hope they keep making games in that style eternally.
Fire! Fire!
I would rather them start building up a new setting and universe than
Fire!
scrap the idea once they've run out of
Freeze!
trails to blaze, you know what I mean?
Freeze! Freeze!
Wonbush would be the better one to ask about that, Sailor, but apparently they often give numbers that are wacky and wild, I think is... or not quite accurate.
Yeah!
Because I was under the impression that Reverie was meant to be the halfway point.
Ha! Huh.
But now they've seemingly revised that because
Fire!
there haven't been that many games since.
Fire! 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 Freeze!
La 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 la.
Freeze!
La la la.
Freeze!
La 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 la. Bugger.
Rah! Fire!
I should have just done that.
Yeah! Ha! Fire! Freeze! Freeze!
Oh yeah! Got nearly all of them that one. That was great.
Huh. Huh.
Nope,
Yeah!
you
Rah!
are not hitting me with your Confuso beam.
Yeah!
Sky has the least vibrant of NPC casts because of all the traveling you do. Well, I mean, that is
Fire!
good. See, like, one of the reasons I haven't gone back,
Fire!
a lot of what I
Fire!
read or watch on
Fire!
YouTube is from people who reckon that it doesn't get better than
Freeze!
Sky.
Freeze!
People are very down on Cold Steel.
Freeze!
I will say that. And while I'm sure I'll like it better than a YouTube critic will because they are
Fire!
supposed
Fire!
to be unforgiving,
Fire! Freeze!
it's still a little, it doesn't get you pumped to continue the series when everybody says that the best is behind you.
Ha! 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 Rah! Fire! Fire!
And that's not to say I never will go back,
Fire!
but I would say
Fire!
it bumped it down from, you know,
Freeze!
something that I became obsessed with for half a year and didn't stop doing to something I intend to do
Rah!
maybe another chunk of every year or so until I catch up. Because, like, Trails 1 and 2
Ha!
were 2022, and then Trails the Third I did on its own last year.
Fire!
So I'm due
Fire!
for more.
Fire! Fire!
Yeah, Crossbell
Freeze!
is also rated highly from what I saw,
Freeze!
but
Freeze! Fire!
Sky Second was routinely hitting like #1 spots. And I mean, then, you know, Trails Third wasn't as highly regarded as 1 and 2 either, but I thought it was great because I like Kevin more than I like Distel. Estelle and Joshua were very good, but, you know, my... enjoyment of Kevin's story was a bit higher.
Fire!
Well, what was very helpful for it was the closing scene of SC.
Freeze!
You know the one. Never is there more of a greater endorsement of like, oh hey, do you see that dude who just did that thing? Yeah, you're gonna get his life story in the next game. Do you want to play that? Yes. If it wasn't for that hook, I don't know that I would have, but... Well, I mean, I would have played it, but I don't know that I would have been, like... as... oh my god, to play it. Because, yeah, as a side character in 2, he's great, he's funny. But... third does a lot.
Fire!
And that's true, yeah, the bit between... The ending of Sky 1 was also great, but, like, I knew from the outset that I was going to treat those as one game, so, like, it wasn't like I got to the end of Sky 1, I was like, oh shit, I need to play the next one immediately. I already knew I was gonna. Because, yeah, in my head, they're all paired except for Sky 3rd and Reverie.
Fire! Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Because Sky 1 on its own is a mid-game. Like,
Yeah!
the world building is fantastic, it's very cozy, but it is not a satisfying experience
Fire!
without the second half.
Fire!
I would never...
Freeze!
Like Daybreak 1, for example, if I had
Freeze!
been the sort to not want to play the series in order, or if I was caught up, right? If I was caught up and Daybreak 1 came out, I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't get it until I could play 1 and 2 back to back. Because that's the experience, as far as I'm concerned. That's how you're supposed to do those things. I mean, with Cold Steel, from what I understand, 1 and 2 function as a pair, and then 3 and 4, so, like, there'd be a gap there. You wouldn't want to stop on an odd number. I assume Crossbell is the same. I also think and assume that this room is done. Marshall Waking 5. Crossbell doesn't do the cliffhanger thing. It's not so much the cliffhanger. It's not cliffhanger ending so much as, you know...
Yeah!
2 episodes of the same story. Also the fact that the level ups carry forward, you know, like...
Fire!
Although I guess that was the same in Sky the Third, but...
Fire!
There are other games that I treat this way, like, I wouldn't play Mass Effect and then not play 2 and 3. I wouldn't play Mass Effect 2 or 3 without having started a save file in the first. I wouldn't play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 as anything less than a complete experience, right? Because you're taking the same person through the same events.
Fire! Freeze! 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 Yeah! Freeze! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Rah!
Well, what I noticed was that
Freeze!
Sky second chapter was straight into the more
Freeze!
advanced combat.
Freeze!
Like, it didn't back to basics here. I'm assuming Azure does the same thing, but Zero would start at level 1 again.
Fire!
There we have the frame. The slate we were looking for at Lethal Frame, but we can't really use it much right now. We have Stop, Attack, Attack. And I believe it's any attack card, thankfully. But we're gonna need more stop cards to actually make it a deck, so... I don't know. I like having it, but... We could probably put one in, actually. Because we have attack cards. And we have space. I could just drop you in like that. Can only use it once, though, because you stop... The way... It's actually quite cleverly put together to prevent you from using this all the time. Because... Stop will always be the card that is removed. You must construct additional stop cards. Thanks, Ark.
Fire!
La 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 dee da 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 da.
Freeze! Freeze!
Yes,
Freeze!
no, specifically Sky 2's prologue with Annalise is awful, awful, awful. Worst part
Fire!
of any of those three games, I would say I've never felt less happy of the combat than that. Let's try out Lethal Frame.
Let's go!
By my arts, you will choose a lower difficulty. That's another thing that makes me a little hesitant to get as far as Cold Steel, because I don't know how my brain's going to take the shift to actual voice acting. Because these guys all have sounds in my head, and like... I have taken a peek at what some of those returning characters sound like once they appear.
Fire!
Ain't none of them right.
Freeze! Freeze!
Another Red Nocturne enemy card. Honestly, the supporting cast in general are...
Yeah.
It's hard to find a character I don't like in the Sky series. Apart from the ones you're not supposed to like.
Yeah. Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Hang on a moment. I need the... controller to work again. You don't like Zin? What's Zin? Zin's lovely.
Yeah.
Erica, maybe? Ah, yeah. Well, she's barely in it. That helps.
Fire! Freeze!
The whole thing in general with Tita's family and Agate are collectively not my favorite
Yeah.
part of the story.
Fire!
That, along with the decision made regarding Estelle and Joshua, that
Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
I could have lived without.
Heal! Yeah! Fire! Freeze! Freeze!
Come on, get him, get him. Thank you. Your issue with Zin is that he feels inconsequential. Yeah, it is a little strange how little attention he gets. I'm assuming that he is getting more attention in the Daybreak era because they're going to his home. But I don't, obviously, I'm sort of like, I'm not reading synopses, but I'm hearing things, you know what I mean? Like, spoilers in a series like Trails is not a huge deal to me. The impression I've sort of gathered is that it's one of those series where, like, nobody ever really dies or anything. So, it's whatever. Am I out of rooms? I am. Great. But I don't know if he's, like, cameoing or if he's playable or if he's getting his actual due in the Daybreak series. But yeah, as far as Sky, yes, you could probably write Zin out. Apparently he was originally Zane in like the first translation of the game. I'll tell you what I'm going to do because of the time. I'm going to take a break, and then when I come back, we'll basically do all of the story here because we've finished our room grinding. And we got the level I wanted. We got level 32. So, I'll be back as soon as I can be. Hello. Right. Rooms are done. Now for the actual stuff. The cards you see shall be the key. A card with the number 3. I'll give you a roulette room. You also need a card with the number 4. I'll give you a tranquil darkness. I will give you a key to beginnings. Speaking of cards. Gorsh, looks like some kind of get-together. What's the occasion? Donald Duck voice.
Hey, this must be the trial the White Rabbit was talking about. Alice, do you understand the charges against you? Of course not. I've done nothing wrong.
Feigning ignorance, dear? You are charged with aiding the creatures called Heartless who threaten my kingdom.
Fiddlesticks. Where's the evidence?
The evidence is... I forgot! That's the evidence! Because you, Alice, are the one who stole my memory!
We can't rid the kingdom of Heartless until we get Her Majesty's memory back. This is a serious crime. This is so unfair. So what if you're a queen? Don't blame me just because you can't remember things.
Such insolence! You're talking to the Queen of Hearts! And to think I might have let you go had you apologized straight away. What a brazen thief!
Who's the brazen one?
Zora? The court has reached a verdict. Off with her head!
Hold it!
No, that's the other game, Sora.
This trial is a farce. You should investigate before you arrest innocent people.
What is the meaning of this? How dare you suggest Alice didn't steal my memory? I suppose you know who the real culprit is, then?
Huh?
Speak! Or it's off with all of your heads! Now, out with it! Who's the thief?
I'm the thief.
Say that again? Gosh, really?
Of course not, but what else am I supposed to say? This is really screwy, Sora.
Cards, seize the ball!
Hold it! Objection!
Fire!
Take that!
Fire! 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 Freeze! 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 Fire!
These cards have crap cards. Oh. Card soldier.
Yeah. Right? Where's Alice?
Looks like she escaped.
Perhaps she did, but you won't.
I think we've been trumped.
Run!
I certainly hope we haven't been trumped. This isn't the Home Alone 2 world. Where am I? Oh, I'm back at the start. Okay. The whole point was to avoid it spawning an unknown room, but this is actually the unknown room that was already spawned, so it's fine. La 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 dee 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 doo doo la da 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 dee da up and right da 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 da. Six and a 7. All right. We have a 6 feeble. And I guess we have a 7 meeting ground. La 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 la.
Things got a little crazy back there, but at least you're okay. I don't mean to be ungrateful, but was that true, what you said? Are you the thief? What? Of course not. Why would I steal the Queen's memory?
Yep, Sora only said that because he wanted to save. Donald Duck voice. To show off.
Is that right? Well, you saved me all the same. Thank you.
Hey there, shit eater.
It's the Cheshire Cat.
Feeling better after that mad dash, are we? Oh, but you're not out of the woods yet. The Queen's a stickler for justice. She won't forget you till she remembers. She won't stop hounding you till you get her memory back. Did she forget because she remembers? Does she remember that she forgot? Doesn't matter, I suppose.
I don't know. I think we ought to just stay away from her.
But Sora, what about Alice? If the Queen catches her again, it's off with, well, you know.
Then I guess we better do something about the Queen.
You should do something, but you don't have to do anything.
Huh?
If you can't remember something, it's like it never happened. Likewise, if something never happened, you can't remember it. Try too hard to remember, and your memory might lie to you.
Lie?
That's all I'll say. The rest is for you to figure out. You are no fucking help, cat. Down and then to the right. La 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 la. Where is the doorway? There it is. 3 or less, and red. Huh. We are actively fucked for that. We have nothing in 1, 2, and 3. We have to use a 0. Well, I don't like premium rooms much. Use this. And then we need 30 total of greens. So let's chuck an 8. Can I have another 8? That was 6. Another 8. Ba 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 boom. Ba ba ba. Gosh, what's with the sudden change of scenery?
Let's look around.
See, in this version, we actually team up with Alice.
Oh dear!
I would argue that the Wonderland story here is more cohesive than the Wonderland story in 1. Just in terms of, like, character involvement.
Thought you've seen the last of me, did you? Uh-oh. Game's up, scoundrels! For stealing my memory, I sentence you to... Sentence... Oh? What's going on? Where am I?
Donald Duck voice.
What in the world am I doing? Confound it, I can't remember!
What's wrong with her? Maybe somebody swiped her memory again.
Sora, watch out! Something's coming! Something's coming! Something bad!
I did not swap deck. Based on our suggestion, I don't need to. Let's see if I regret it.
So this is what stole the Queen's memory. That's a bit of a leap.
Fire!
Yeah,
Fire!
That hit him.
Fire!
That hit him too.
Fire!
As did that.
Freeze!
That didn't.
Freeze!
That did.
Freeze!
That did. Oops.
Let's go!
Yeah, that was just great. Well done, Sora.
Heal! Fire! Fire!
You did. I don't know that it was needed, one, but yeah, we did have that, I suppose. Hey, look, the guide said how to break it. We sure did break it, yeah? There's the Dick Master. True.
You there! All of you! What is the meaning of this? Where did that creature come from? How would we know? So you refuse to answer. You're hiding something. They're plotting against me. Seize them immediately! Please, Your Majesty, wait. It was you who commanded us to destroy those creatures. Huh? Your Majesty in her prudence didn't completely trust us at first, and so at Your Majesty's command we fought them to prove ourselves. Isn't that right, Sora, for the love of fuck, play along, kid? We did? I mean, we did, Your, Majesty. I told you to do that? But Your Majesty, don't you remember? Don't be ridiculous, I never forget anything. Of course I gave the command, you did splendidly. Well, that was close. Way to improvise. I never would have thought of that. But the Cheshire Cat said as much. Try too hard to remember, and your memory might lie to you. The Queen would never admit she forgot, so instead she remembered something that didn't happen. She ended up fooling herself. What is it, Sora? Nothing. You're really short. Well, I guess you'll be safe now.
And the Queen won't give us any more trouble. After all, we got rid of the Heartless just like she commanded. Donald Duck voice. Don't tell me you've been fooled too. Alice truly be like wrong copy, ignore that. Hang on a minute. Well, now we clearly need to click on this. You know, you kind Can you not delete your own Twitch messages? Because I think I would have if it were me. I can. I'm not gonna. But Alice truly be like Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. Ah, yeah, that's definitely what you... You know, VTuber marketing is not a discipline that I have ever had cause to research. However, I can. I have buttons right next to every message that's ever been said. Like, for example, I have ban, timeout, warn, and delete. You can't do anything to your own posts. That's interesting. Yeah, I have a delete message button, which is super useful for when you don't actually want to punish somebody, but you do want to get rid of something said. It's usually, Guan, you should be able to delete someone else's, but not your own, yeah. And probably not another mod. But I don't know that, I feel like you should be able to delete your own shit because of mistakes. Generally speaking, we delete messages when people post spoilers. Preferably before, if not before I see them, then before the rest of the chat sees them so that I can then pretend I didn't. Don't tell me you've been fooled too, Goofy. Ugh.
Yeah! Aha! Ha! 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 Huh. Yeah! Aha! Ha! Rah!
I mean, I will point out, you'd already said that was the wrong thing, don't click on it. But don't think about a pink elephant. I mean, what the hell just popped up in your head, right? Unless you're Snip and have aphantasia. Guerrilla marketing? I didn't know there was a big monkey involved. This is another audio. We do have someone in this community who watches a lot of VTubers. But he's not here right now. That'd be Sam. Sam knows quite a bit about VTubers. Feel free to market to him. But he's not here right now. I think there's a boss here. I think we're past the honeymoon period of not having bosses between worlds. So I'm gonna... I think my deck is fine. I don't think I need to do anything different for this one. I don't think the elemental aspect of this character is gonna change around fire and ice. Hey there. Well, how do you know she wants to fuck?
You want was actually.
Too clever. I'm Larxene. So, are you enjoying your stay at the castle? I bet it's nice to peel away all the worthless memories and awaken the true memories that lie deep in your heart.
True memories.
Although, it seems that you're still forgetting the most important thing here. When that poor girl hears that you've forgotten her name, why, it'll break her heart.
I feel like there's a missed opportunity here for Goofy to, like, turn to Sora and be like, hey, is that blonde girl you were talking about?
Poor girl. Do you know her?
like not the actual, but like Larxene.
Is she here?
Yes, she is. You see, the bad guys are holding her captive, somewhere deep inside the castle. And you obviously are the hero, so you have to go save her. Although...
Ah!
Get fucked, Sora. Her head is wider than her waist.
I'm a bad guy, so you have to go through me.
Sora! What's that? Is that thing mine?
What a shame! You've been wearing it all this time and forgot? No, that's not possible. The memory has to be engraved somewhere deep inside your heart. Sora, you think carefully now. What, oh what could it be? And who gave it to you?
Meh.
Sora,
Yeah, Nami from One Piece. Absolutely.
Sora, you're getting it now. Release the memory from within your heart.
Namine.
Well, it's about time. That's right, Namine. Yes, she's the one that gave you that tacky little good luck charm. Not that you even bothered to remember. No surprise, seeing as you also couldn't remember her name. Talk about heartless, I can't believe you. It'd serve you right if I decided to smash this piece of junk.
Let it go! Namine gave me this. It's very important to me.
Oh, it's important to you. Ten seconds ago, you didn't even know what it was.
So the things to note there, of course, are the Oathkeeper keychain has a different design to this one that's just appeared out of nowhere. And also, where'd it go?
Vanish! Lightning!
Fire! Fire!
Vanish!
Fire!
Lightning!
Freeze!
Oh, sorry, were you expecting to be able to
Lightning!
use some
Freeze!
abilities there, Larxene?
Vanish!
Freeze!
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah!
Vanish!
Ow, ow, ow.
Fire!
Never mind, you can have that one.
You're done!
Fire!
You're done.
Vanish!
Fire!
I'm gonna break you! Ha ha!
Stop it.
Freeze!
Literally.
Lightning!
Freeze!
Vanish!
You know what?
Let's go!
Let's do this. Let's finish here with the lethal frame.
You're just a toy!
You're just a bitch. Larxene is kind of the best worst of the organization. Like, she is really awful. And really well done at the same time. And we get our first thunder. Let's get ourselves up to 200 health. Am I missing the exchange between the two of you there? Has that got something to do with the thing that was posted? Because there was a video in the thing that was posted, but I didn't get to look at it. I will. As soon as the stream's over, I'll be sure to. But...
You're not as bad as I thought. You really are a hero. A heartless hero.
Who asked you?
Oh, does it hurt because it's the truth? You are just a baby. And if you're gonna be a baby, then here you go. I created another card from your memories, you know. Be a good boy and say thanks. Ta-ta.
Wait, Larxene! Where are you? Don't you dare hide from me! Show yourself!
I'll keep beating up the air until you come back. Gosh, I think he's lost
Sora,
it.
calm down. She's not coming back.
Sora?
I hate this.
Evidently.
Why'd I need someone like that to bring back Naminé's memory?
We get our second set of worlds. Atlantica, Neverland, Hollow Bastion, and the 100-acre wood. And we get our third spell. Thunder. But again, like all new cards, we get so little of it that we can't really factor it in well, so... Speaking of factoring in, can we get another Blizzard? Because at the moment we're dealing with 4 sets of Fire, 3 sets of Blizzard, but we just got a lot of CP, so maybe we could get... Yeah, easy. There we go. That's what Naminé. So that's her name. Aren't you glad you finally remembered? Donald Duck voice. Who cares what the bad guys say anyway? Got it memorized? I mean, whack?
Whew. Throwing that battle wore me out.
Really? It looked to me like you just plain lost.
How dare you! You don't appreciate the nuances of
An ungainly effort.
Vexen.
How could you be humbled by someone of such limited significance?
Hey there, Kingdom Hearts answer to Seema fucking Yi.
You shame the organization.
How can we help you, Vexen? It's not very often we see you topside.
I came to lend you a hand. You obviously believe this Sora has much potential, but I remain unconvinced he is truly worth such coddling. I think an experiment would show if he really is of any value to us.
Well, here we go again. It's just an excuse, so you can carry out your little experiments, that's all.
I'm a scientist. Experiments are what I do. Yes.
Whatever. You can do what you want. But you know, I think testing Sora is just a cover for testing your valet.
Valet? He's the product of pure research.
What he actually is a toy.
You should just learn to be quiet.
Anyway, since you came all this way, you're gonna need this. A humble gift to my elder. I hope you use it to put on a very good show for us.
And if you don't recognize those feet, you haven't been paying attention.
Not so fast!
We don't have time! They've got Naminé! We gotta rescue her!
Yeah, they've got lemonade. Come on!
Whew. Sora sure does seem like he's upset.
You be too. He just remembered a friend, but found out she's in trouble.
Good point. I guess if we heard that the king was in danger, we would be pretty upset about that too.
Yeah, but the king's a 5-star badass. I don't think he has a concept of danger. Entrance hall for 7th floor. Any friend of yours is a friend of ours. Let's go help Naminé. Come on, Sora. We gotta rescue Naminé from the bad guys. And so we have our second set of worlds. We have Atlantica, the undersea kingdom protected by King Triton. Neverland, inside Captain Hook's pirate ship. Hollow Bastion, a once peaceful castle ruined by Maleficent. And 100 Acre Wood, a quiet wood inhabited by friendly fellows. This one has no combat. We're going to do it last. I'll get through the actual substancy worlds first. And to start with, call me Kristen Bell, because I'm going to the bad place. It's Atlantica. Now, how does Atlantica work in the 3D environment? You might wonder. Don't worry. Won't keep you in suspense for too long. The answer is we just fucking walk! We don't even have the outfits! For the GBA I can understand it, but this is really stupid! Gosh! This looks like the bottom of the street! It sure does. So how come we can It's just like breathing air. Except when we talk, we sound really stupid, so this dreamer can have come value. I mean, they did in Halloween Town, they just didn't here, because, I think the honest answer is because they didn't want to give Sora the mermaid tail when they didn't intend to put a swimming mechanic in.
If anyone asks, you didn't see me. My, you guys talk funny. Sorry, I don't have time to explain. Just promise you won't tell. Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Remember, you didn't see me.
Really? Because it looks like a highly prized, valuable item, possibly belonging to the ruler of this world. And we get the key of beginnings. La da 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 da. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. In this game we don't have swimming, and that is a big mistake. Although I kinda get it, it probably would not have been done well. And that no matter what, this world is kind of a living hell. Let's smack that thing.
Fire! Fire!
And what's worse is that we can't swim, but the enemies can. And here we have our first weird new map card, the False Bounty, which is a version of the Calm Bounty, except there's enemies and most of the, like, there's multiple chests and only one of them's real. It's basically just, hey, do you want the treasure but worse? Because we can give you the treasure but worse. What do you mean that sounds like a bad deal? Alright, how many rooms have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Basically every world gets a little bit longer from here on, so we'll see how long they start taking us. But I won't always do the giant rooms.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze!
The Moogle shops are better, da-da-da-da-da, 1,500 points. That is probably enough to bother trying for some better cards. But I could still wait a bit though, because my deck is still really strong, la-da-da-da-da-da.
Fire! Fire!
It is unfortunately one of the most sing-alongable soundtracks, despite
Freeze!
crapness of the world under the sea is a timeless classic. Another false bounty.
Yeah!
We can use one just to show what they're like. We still get the set reward for the... Actually, when do we start getting ones with 2 rewards? Is it here? La 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 dee da dee da. I should look that up real quick before I move along. Or da 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 da. I do not want to miss anything. Why are you loading so slow? Do hurry up. Do hurry up. Give me the info before I get really impatient with you. Yes, there are 2 chests here. First one and then another, yeah. But do we get the second one immediately? It doesn't say yes or no. But yeah, Atlantica, Neverland, Hollow Bastion all have 2 prizes in bounty rooms. None of the previous ones do. La 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 dee da dee da. Ba da da dee da da. This is your second favorite version of Atlantica, and your first is Kingdom Hearts 2. What are you smoking, sailor? Are you telling me that you enjoy the musical interlude that is in the second game? I think you might be the only one. We should be studying you in a lab. What in the fuck? Look, 2 of the songs are good. That would be the ones that were in the movie. But the Atlantica musical's predilection for making its own stuff up didn't, in my opinion, go very well.
Fire! Fire!
But yeah, the Under the Sea rendition in 2 is fun.
Freeze! Freeze!
And the Ursula one's okay. It's a clunky song though. Like you can hear the actors.
Freeze!
It's got a problem that a lot of Japanese written songs sung in English have, which is that the linguistic flow feels bad. There's only one song that was like written, produced in English fully that I've ever heard that give me the same impression as a song that was written by people who don't speak English, right? And for some reason, it's Toss a Coin to Your Witcher. The verses of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher are very weird. They flow weird. They sound like they were written by somebody who doesn't speak this language well enough to know how flow should sound. But that's what those songs sound like. They have that same with like Invincible Rainbow Arrow from Somnio, you know?
Fire!
And that song is good.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
But it's hard to sing, and it's weird hearing the Disney actors trying to sing those. The German songs, now that's interesting, yes.
Fire!
You did not play in English Kingdom Hearts when you were growing up, so that might be why. That's actually a very good point.
Fire! Freeze! 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 Let's go!
A guarded trove. That is the other kind of treasure world. I like that better than false bounty. That's basically just, hey, it's a treasure bounty room, but there's enemies.
Fire! Freeze! Freeze!
Motherfucker!
Freeze!
Hey! Yeah, you go from an awful complete miss to an absolute slam dunk. It's amazing. I hate it.
Ha!
What the hell? Da-da-da-da-dee-da-dee. Ha! Ba-dee-doo-da-dee-da-da. Feel free to clip
Fire!
it.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
With, I feel like if it were edited so that a screenshot of your tweet was placed, like, on the screen as I opened it, that might make a good YouTube short.
Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Or also like a, screenshot of your chat message. Here. Before the chat disappears. There, I now have screenshots of the of the chat sequence. I think that is this room done. So let's get the sweet fuck out of here. Should we put a chest down? Should we put a chest down? We have a one false bounty. Alright, fine. We'll do false. We'll do false. And the good news is, because there's Heartless in this one, I don't feel compelled to redo the room afterwards.
Ha! Yeah! Fire! 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 Fire!
Which I don't really need to do probably anymore anyway, because there's so many rooms in
Freeze!
the worlds now.
Freeze! Freeze!
Oh, Blizzaga didn't kill it.
Freeze!
They're so big and scary. Alright, well, a couple of whacks will do you in. Alrighty, Arcness.
Ha!
No! That was unexpected.
Fire! Fire!
Rude in so
Fire!
doing. So Firaga does better single target damage. La 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 la
Yeah.
la 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 la. Da 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 da. They're all confused. Da 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 da.
Fire! Fire!
I was wondering how confused affects the
Fire!
enemy, because for us it's a directional pad
Fire!
thing, but it just sort of prevents them from attacking and makes them wander aimlessly.
Freeze! Freeze!
I guess
Freeze!
that's fine. I prefer the version of confusion that makes them attack each other.
Freeze!
I guess that's more of a berserk thing.
Yeah!
La 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 la. There are so many fucking doors here. Da-da-da-da-ba-dee-da-doo.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
And it did. Bounce. Smack. Hey now. Come back here. The jump button is weird. If you hit jump while you're on a ladder, you just sort of... Look at that. You just go down a bit, but like... That's not how it works in Kingdom Hearts 1. What is this awkward, immediate re-grab? La 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 la.
Yeah!
3 of the chests here. Only one is real, the others are duds.
Fire! Freeze! 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 Yeah!
Alright, let's see which one it is.
Yeah.
After I break you. Let's go for the one on the left. Which left? Well, this is their front, so this left. Come on. Yeah, that was it. That's the shock impact. Simba and some attacks. And I assume these are fights? Yes. Well, I mean, I'm still going to do the
Fire!
fight, so...
Fire! Fire!
No real reason not to.
Fire! Freeze! Freeze!
Another 300 EXP, I'll take that. Open this. Is it another heartless battle? Yes, it is.
Fire! 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 Fire!
How's Larxene, by the way,
Freeze!
calling us heartless?
Freeze!
What a thing to call us.
Freeze!
What
Freeze!
a social faux pas she was making.
Let's go! Fire! 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 Freeze!
Oh, I should have paid attention to that.
Freeze!
There you go. There we go. Da 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 dee da do da 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 2 plus da 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 dee da do da. I've never done Looming Darkness. Let's see what it's like. I think the answer is I'm not gonna like it. La 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 dee da dee da 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 dee da da la da da dum dum.
Fire!
Does it have infinite spawns?
Fire!
Because I don't really know how to stop
Fire!
myself from infinite spawns.
Fire!
If it's not infinite, then we'll kill all
Freeze!
of them. But if it is, I'm going to have to exercise some self-control, which
Freeze!
is always
Freeze!
difficult. Oh, shit! Right. One of them. Okay. Good. So what about... there's
Fire!
one here, so we'll do that. But if I get another
Fire!
one, does that mean I'm then...
Fire! Fire! Freeze!
wise to go back to an old floor and use it?
Freeze! Freeze!
Yes, you can only hold one at a time, but
Heal.
like we'll be able to spend one very soon. Soon enough.
Let's go! Yeah! There! Fire!
We'll get another looming. It looks like it will either be 1 or 3 rooms that way to get to this. La 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 dee da dee da.
Fire! Fire!
Gotta stop. Hey!
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Level. More Moogle points. Da, 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 there you up. Gotcha.
Fire!
The recommended ones are Agrabah,
Fire!
Hollow Bastion, and the last floor. Well, the thing is, if I go back
Fire!
now, I'll have to restart
Fire!
rooms, which...
Freeze!
Preferably, I wouldn't mind getting the one for the world I'm in and then leaving each floor with the second one. You know what I mean? To minimize travel.
Yeah! Fire! 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 Freeze! 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 Let's go!
Goodbye. My god! Not what I wanted to hit.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
I read somewhere about how there's a specific stage later in the game that has like a very high chance of giving you one in the first room.
Stop! Ha! Ha! Fire!
La la la. More Moogle points. La 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 da da dee dee.
Yeah! Yeah! Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Yeah!
Turns out moving my mouse turns the screen.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Yeah! 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 Ha!
Guess I'm not throwing that at you.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Ha! Ha! Ha!
That's interesting. I think this room's done. So no, looming does not mean infinitely spawning. It's a very simple room, though. One floor. Just objects. This isn't it. So we go back. La 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 dee da da. Dee 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 doo. Da 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 dee. I don't know why that room even exists. Let's go to the right and see how far away the rewards room is. Need a 2+. Is there something simple we can have for a 2+? Alchemic Waking doesn't have many heartless. Yeah, I remember there being one room that I thought might have been that one. Ah, we can go in there. Good. That's great. In that case, let's go right in there and fight these guys later so that we have a better shot. Let's take a Tranquil for 9. Let's take a 7 there, roulette room. Let's take that 9 premium room, because I don't really use premium rooms. Let's take a black room 5. And then the key to rewards.
Yeah! Ha!
Now, do we only come here once? Yes. And in total, we only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We only need 11 of these in total. There's 2 floors out of our 13 that aren't going to have one of these. So it's not a huge deal.
Ha! Ha!
La 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 dee da dee da, la 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 dee da da.
Ha! Ha! Yeah. Ha. Yeah.
Here we have Quake, Gravity, Simba, and then any other magic card. Problem with a lot of those like specific setup slates is that I'm not tempted to use them because you can only use them once.
Yeah.
And then when you go through your next reload, your deck's weird.
Fire. 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 Fire.
Whereas with something like Firaga Blizzaga,
Freeze.
it melts into itself
Freeze.
very nicely. It's comfortable to use. You don't have to
Freeze.
think or do backup plans.
Ha. Huh. Fire. Fire. Fire.
La la
Yeah.
la
Ha!
la la smack. La 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 many Moogle points. Stay away from me while I'm farming them. La la
Ha!
la 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 smack you.
Fire. Freeze. Freeze.
It just doesn't do what I want it to do.
Freeze. Freeze. Fire. 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 Huh, yeah. Ha.
Blow up in your own damn time, please. But thank you for the Moogle points. Don't hit that. I'm trying to get the Heartless. God damn it. Da-da-da-da.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Huh. Freeze! Freeze! Let's go!
Did I even hit it? No. Ah.
Fire!
That was quick. So that's two... That's 3 rooms. I could choose to leave here and get the Agrabah one. Then when I come back, these rooms will be... but I'd want to skip the fights in them, basically. Because I've already done the fights in them.
Yeah!
Or I could just skip a couple rooms in the back corner. I don't know.
Huh. Yeah! Fire! 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 Freeze! 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 Ha! Rah! Huh.
La 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 la.
Huh. Yeah!
Yeah, I will do it. Because there's still a lot of ground to cover here and a lot of opportunities to get another one. But we have fought through 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms in here, so that's 4 rooms I don't have to fight through when I come back. I'm also not interested in fighting anything in Agrabah. So where are we going? Just there. That's good. La-dum. La 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 la. Wow, fuck you. I was trying to get Moogle points, damn it.
Fire! 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 Freeze! 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 Yeah! Fire! Fire! Fire!
There, now bloody go away. It's the ladder anyway, god damn it. Four of those taken. They. A blue. Here, have a 1 moment's reprieve.
Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Rah! Yeah! Yeah! Aha!
Alright, so what do you got for us, Agrabah? Warp. Eliminate all enemies in sight. Those that vanish will not drop prizes. Not always successful. Stop and 2 arrows. I don't know that I want that, but I guess it's good for getting rid of things you don't want. But I mean, you may as well just escape then, huh? La 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 la. La 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 la. Let's the fuck out of here. La la. La 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 la. Let's get the fuck out of here. Back to floor 7. Right, farming specific types of cards. So I'll probably need to make this room again to get in there. Isn't that, like, busted now? Can you go back into a room of rewards? I assume you shouldn't. did these 4 here. So we didn't do this one down there. And we didn't do the 5 up there. We'll put down a calm bounty and a moment's reprieve so that there's less Heartless that we're skipping that we have to walk through.
Yeah.
Da da da.
Ha.
Da da.
Yeah.
Da da da.
Da.
Da da. Da da da. Homing Blizzara. That does sound nice, but it's a little more complicated than what I'd really want. Arrow Blizzard. Although you could do it with Arrow Blizzard, I suppose. Well, I suppose I should look through the journal as well, because we would have gotten the updates for Atlantica. We also got Sora's Story 2. Not Atlantica, Wonderland. Wonderlantica. We're 51% on the card collection. That's nice. And we've got the key to rewards now. And these 2 bounties there. There's another blue one we don't have. And there's another one here we don't have. We got our new world cards. There's only 2 world cards left after these 4, but there is another floor. And we have Larxene, unfeeling and loves nothing more than to bring other people down. On good terms with Axel, but still mocks everyone and trusts no one. And here we have our Wonderland character bios between Alice, the Queen, the White Rabbit, the Card Soldiers, and the Cheshire Cat. Yes. And here we have our Atlantica Heartless. We have the Sea Neons, the Screw Divers, the Aqua Tanks, as well as the Dark Ball, which has started showing up here, and the Deckmaster. There we are. Is there anything else to hit in this room? There isn't. So this is the one we didn't do, so we'll do this one now. Why not? Let's blast away in almighty darkness. So here's what I'm thinking. Mathematically,
Fire!
There are 6 catch-up worlds to use the key to rewards on. 5 now. And if we discount the 100 Acre Wood, we've got 3 combat worlds to do in this chunk.
Fire!
So if we aim to pick up
Freeze!
3 keys to rewards in each of these worlds,
Freeze!
then we only have to leave each world once.
Freeze! Freeze!
We've just done that with Atlantica. Alternatively, if we just don't get the drops,
Fire!
we can collect them later. But what I'm basically mostly saying is, if I get another one now, I'm just going to keep it.
Yeah! Yeah!
But then I will use it before I go to the next world. So the first one we get, we use where we are. The second... or the first one we get, maybe we go...
Fire!
back, so there's fewer rooms skipped.
Fire!
But then we use one where we are, and then we take a third
Freeze!
and hold it.
Freeze! Freeze!
And if the drops are as good as they feel like they are, then we'll just get them all and we won't have to do any backtracking later.
Let's go!
If they're not that good and I just got very lucky to get 2 in a row, then so be it.
Yeah! Ha! Fire! Fire!
La 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 la.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze!
Meeting ground.
Huh, yeah!
That's where we meet the ground.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
At least the aqua tanks are so big that they tend to always get hit by the blizzard regardless of where I am.
Huh. Ha. Fire! Fire! Fire!
The Screwdiver enemy card.
Yeah!
Well, that's a fun one.
Fire! 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 Freeze! 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 Let's go!
I don't think we're gonna hit you. Oh, maybe. No.
Fire! Fire!
Oh, huh. Well, there's the key to rewards. I don't like my health, though.
Yeah!
Let's go and get some cures done at the start of the next fight. Or maybe there'll be some health in here.
Yeah.
Nope. That's just too nice. La 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 la. Did I not hit him? There we go. Alright, the good news is they're stunned, so I'll be able to just grab my cures right now.
Heal!
Boom, like nothing went wrong at all.
Fire!
What's neat, Sailor?
Fire!
But yeah, there's our third key to
Fire!
rewards, so I'm not...
Fire!
Although,
Freeze!
this is sort of an out-of-the-way room we're in. Like, in terms of my map, we've done this one, which is where the first key is. So I don't have to come back down here. I could actually leave Atlantica again. Because the only ones that we need to put space in that we already have will be this one here. Yeah. Yeah, I could just do the key to beginnings and then come back. It'll be tomorrow because we're finishing too. And then the only, like, I still have to do these back rooms, but that's it. Yeah. Also, I apparently can go back into the Atlantica one, but I don't think there's anything... I assume it'll just be a rando reward and not something you actually want to spend the key on?
Yeah!
Have I been up here? Is this where you enter? Yes, it is. Alright, let's do this bit of story. and then leave the world. Just need a red card. Okay, well you can take this. It's a 1. Yeah, better than average. So you should absolutely use your first set of keys to rewards always on the uniques that you can get. We can go do Traverse Towns. That way I'm going in an ascending order. Oh, woe is me. Is something wrong? Someone stole the king's magic trident. Atlantica is defenseless. And to top it off, Princess Ariel has disappeared. King Triton's worried sick. He won't leave his chambers.
Ariel? She disappeared?
Ariel's friend Flounder would know where she is, but now he's gone too.
Wait a sec, didn't we just see Ariel?
Yup, but she didn't look real happy to see us. Is this the first time since Traverse Town that they've indicated that they recognize somebody? Hey, wasn't she carrying something when we saw her?
You don't think that was the trident? You know, maybe it was.
Whack. Donald Duck voice.
But that means Ariel stole it. There must be some explanation.
Ariel, where did you swim off to this time? If anything happens to you, the king will think it's all my fault. He told me to keep an eye on her, and now this. What if she ran away because of something I said? King Triton will banish me forever.
He'll pop his shell if we tell him Ariel took the trident.
Guess we'll have to get to the bottom of this ourselves. La 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 la. Right, and it puts me here. Oh, we want to go back there anyway. Well, that's a room I already did as well. Tell you what. We'll go into that room too, just so that it's squared away. And then go to Traverse Town, get the reward. We'll save out the front of Atlantica, and when we come back in tomorrow, we just need to make 2 rooms that are dummies that we can run past, and then we can spend the rest of our time in the areas we never did. What number do I need for this? 2? We have 7 lasting days. Let's get rid of that. Not today, thanks. I already did that shit. La da dee da. Because yeah, by doing 1 extra now, it means I shouldn't have to leave the last world. Plus, yeah, the spawn rate for key to reward seems to be really good.
There she is! This is all my fault. I wish I'd never taken Daddy's trident. I should have known things would turn out this way.
She did take it. Pipe down, somebody's coming.
No need to worry, child. You did the right thing. Why, I'm sure you'd do anything in the world to help your little friend. Poor Flounder has been swept away to the human world. No place for a little fish. Why, if we don't hurry, you might not have a friend to save. No,
Besides, you're not giving me the trident, dear. Just letting me borrow it for a bit. You can save Flounder. Lend me the trident and I'll help you.
I know, but Daddy needs the trident to defend Atlantica. I need time to think.
Well, it's all the same to me. Just remember, your little friend is dodging fishhooks while you twiddle your fins. Well, you can come see me once you've made up your mind.
What am I going to do?
I'm going to do the best I can. Whoa! Wrong world, sorry. Don't trust her, that's for sure. Wow, Sora's bigger than Goofy at this perspective.
How long have you been listening?
Oh, long enough. It doesn't matter. Sora's right. Don't trust that sea witch. She's up to no good. You can see it in her face.
Then we all agree. The problem is I don't have any idea where Flounder is, and she's the only one who can help. What about us? Come on, let's go talk to her. You shouldn't have to do this by yourself. Really? You'll come with me? You bet. I know how it feels to have friends in trouble. Let's get going.
Now, also, we get aerial friend cards, which we haven't had for the most of the goddamn world. So I guess that's a reason to... there's also a Crab Claw Keyblade. Where are we? Ah, we're at the start. Great. Ba-ba-ba-buddy-da-dee-da. Yeah, so hopefully when we come back on tomorrow and do the last couple rooms, we'll get a 4th key to rewards, which we can then use on Olympus. And then maybe in the next world, we'll try and pick up another 3, depending on how quickly we get them. Yeah, we're getting shitloads, honestly. I wouldn't go back right now. I would just keep going, but it just... All we did was go back to the same rooms I'd already explored the first time, so it's like I don't feel like I'm losing anything. It's the same maths problem it was before. I think that if I'm lucky, it'll let us do this, but I think it's going to make us go all the way around. I never did a bounty here, did I? I don't think there's a special bounty reward here, but let's find out.
Fire!
Your reward is battle.
Fire! 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 Freeze! Freeze!
Not even a good battle, so the EXP here is garbage! Come on!
Fire! Fire! Freeze! 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 Fire! Freeze!
Oh look, a 3rd Red Nocturne enemy card! Yeah, we get Blizzard 4. That's not a special one. That is not special. Okay, good to know. Don't want to waste my Sorcerer's Waking. Let's get a meeting ground. We've got lots of them. Traverse Town theme song is iconic. It's just that right level of sleepy and welcoming. But also there's a bit of call to adventure. Really should use my zeros more. I skip over them and then I just don't use them. You know what I should have done? Because you can do this. I should have gone to floor 2, and come in the back way, and then instead of having to put down 5 fucking room cards, I would have just been able to go here.
Yeah, yeah, ha! Huh, rah!
Oh, the mailbox.
Yeah, yeah, ha!
What do you do with it in this game? Whack it like everything else.
Yeah, ha, yeah, rah!
We get the Lionheart Keyblade. Crap number, but I guess that unlocks it for spawning in? I don't know. We found the crab claw? The crab claw as well. The Lionheart has fire-based attacks. That's interesting. As far as enemy cards, we also picked up the Screwdriver, which decreases all the values of the cards by 1. I don't know that why would... What? Huh? I guess it turns your 1s into 0s. You could build up a 1-covered deck and turn them all into... Ooh, does it turn 0s into 9s? No. I don't know.
Yeah, ha!
I know that they appear at every exit and entrance, but I always say the same thing. Let's make sure we go back to the right floor, because I don't want to walk into Agrabah tomorrow. But there we go. There's 2 out of 6 keys to rewards backdated. If we find a third one, we'll keep it. And do the other 3 from later worlds. Unless we get it, like, immediately. But we won't. There we go. Pretty good. We did a world and a half, which means what? Tomorrow we can hopefully finish Atlantica and also do the next one in as close to full as I can. That would be my hope. Thank you, everybody. I'll catch you tomorrow. Fare thee well.